Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another How to Get Away with Murder reaction. This episode, we are diving into season number 1, episode number 4, and that is called Let's Get to Scooping. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying the series. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you want any more of the content, the full-on, unedited version, you can head on over to Patreon. If not, you could always wait for them to air here on YouTube whenever they do. With that being said, we had a lot that happened in that previous episode. The main thing that I'm taking away from it is that, Keating, she continues to suspect that her husband is a main suspect in the whole murder behind the girl. I forget the girl's name. Is it Lila? I write these names down. I believe it's Lila. But anyways, she thinks that it's her husband. And basically, the guy that was covering it up, oh my God, there's so many names. What's his name? Nate. I think his name is Nate. I'm pretty sure his name is Nate. The guy that Keating was, messing around with, the detective. He basically covered up for the husband. So there's some funny shit going on. That's the stuff I'm taking away from that previous episode. We continue to see that the students will do pretty much anything to impress Keating, which is another interesting route to go. Someone explained to me on Patreon that, Connor's friend was actually someone who worked in IT. So he's been kind of like utilizing him. What else can I think of off the top of my head? The stuff with Laurel and Frank continue to be kind of interesting, where Laurel went to a bar party with a group of colleagues, and Frank shows up thinking that, this is the moment, and she was with someone else. So that's pretty interesting stuff that happened in that last one. And now we're jumping into this one. Let's get to scooping. You know what time it is. Buckle your seatbelts. Let's ride.
Of course it's her fault. I mean, who else's fault would it be, right?
Is Michaela there with you? I want my freaking trophy back.
Oh,
Open
shit.
up.
So Asher wasn't in on it.
I know you're in there.
Everyone,
Do the crosswords or whatever it is that actual couples do.
couples.
Oh, you're not
What's
even
next?
consider you guys
Change our relationship
couples?
status on.
All right, what's the case now?
I miss.
Who's gonna do what?
Really, dude?
Your Honor, my client is a person of slim
Your
means.
client should have considered that when she confessed to murder. I'm setting bail at $1 million.
Holy moly.
A million? Oh, to the phone.
Dude, let him help you.
I didn't kill her.
You confessed that you did.
They made me say those things.
They?
one of them to
Who's
stop.
they?
And on me. He was right.
Oh, so they needed a confession from her, like the cops did.
Hello?
Who's this? Where's
He's not gonna tell.
Have to tell me what's on the phone. No.
Ugh.
Oh,
Wes.
looks like the trophy's gonna be in play.
He advocated for his
Wes.
client. We should.
Off the Rebecca Sutter case.
Oh,
You do
crap.
not speak or even look at her unless I specifically ask you. Understood?
I'm assuming he's probably gonna give the phone to her
Let's go.
to
We
get
have a new
back on.
client waiting.
CEO of Edson Pharmaceuticals. There's your proof.
Oh, take some notes, kids, because this is what Pilates can do for you.
Oh, she's a cocky one.
Fun part of court. Goodbye. Oh, and tell Annalise to send Frank next time. I prefer him watching my ass walk away.
Solid.
So I made a porno. So
No, it's one of her employees.
I don't. I just know everybody hates their boss.
Is that the case here, though? I'll say they almost idolized you.
She's right. Top broker. Must be exhausting. Not at all. We don't make excuses around here.
It's quite the cat collection.
You not here to talk about my pussies. What do you want?
Oh,
besides world
jeez.
peace. How is it working?
Save 100 grand?
Chum change.
What about your colleagues? Think everyone's as happy as you are to work for me?
Man,
We
I
only
wish I
pay.
worked
What's the
as
complaint
a
about?
broker.
Evan,
Mayor needs the Dalsy numbers.
100,000?
Who's
That's
this?
the guy.
Connor.
Why are you then?
Honestly, we think there's a Benedict Arnold in this joint.
X.
How dare you?
Case
no, because
solved.
I told you it was an out of this one. You know you're my best chance to beat this charge. Stop investigating my people.
It's Pax. Come on, let's
okay.
move on.
What, are you kidding?
Pretty.
Here.
Friday the 29th.
Oh, shit. He's in his car? Hell no, that would have made me freaking suspect something big time. Oh my god. This show makes my hands sweaty, man. My hands are so sweaty.
Funny, right?
The 11 employees I interviewed are either all extremely good liars or the hacked income from inside.
And the IT expert?
Inconclusive.
So we've pissed off our client and have absolutely nothing to show for it.
Dude,
You've all
Pax.
outdone yourselves.
Sign me up, Keating.
Actually,
Pax.
if it's a
Prom queen,
give me $100.
I am not the shooting star!
Laurel?
Oh. Oh, they threw that in there. Okay.
I've been her assistant 8 years. There's no way she'd be stupid enough to make that trade.
But you would.
Right.
Been an assistant for 8 years.
And you?
My God.
What would you normally be doing?
I talked to a few.
Oh, I hate him, man.
And they can put together almost. I'm just stoked someone thinks that I'm your boyfriend.
What's the play here, Laurel? Do you want Frank?
Never done that before.
Sex.
This thing on my ass that made my eyes water.
All right, Connor, man. I mean, it's dirty and it sucks that you do things like this, but
Let's get to scooping, shall we?
I really don't think any of them did it.
Dude, you love me and you want to have my babies. I know.
Oh, I hate Connor so much for what?
Who's investigating a different suspect.
What?
Detective Nate Leahy has been investigating Sam Keating, who also happens to be the husband of the woman Detective Leahy had an affair with.
You're out of line.
I have personal knowledge that Detective
Oh,
Leahy illegally searched
shit.
through Mr.
I told you so.
The important thing is we know who's responsible. We just need him to make a statement.
Oh, I'll get him to make a statement. You weak little bitch, Mary.
Oh,
Why?
crap.
What?
Don't play dumb with me. You set me up for this.
Be something.
I loved you like you were my son.
Mm,
And this is how you repay me?
would you want your son being an
You
assistant
could
for
have
8
ruined
years?
me, made me lose everything. So come on, no. I'm fine.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Paxton!
Oh, I freaking knew it. Oh my God. They don't have anything now.
No. He was talking to someone else within the building, which means they're at fault. They committed this crime, not you. Let me fix this.
Who, though? Who would he have been talking to within?
Jimmy Wordshaw. He logged out at 2:46 p.m. and logged back in at 2:57.
Here's mine.
Wanting and making money ain't a bad thing.
The guy smelled like an ashtray.
Wait,
Did they all do it?
what if Jimmy distracted?
Smoke breaks with Marin all the time.
And did you happen to take a smoke break at 2:45 p.m. with Marin on the 16th?
Can't be sure exactly.
Miss Keating, where exactly are you going with this line of questioning?
Marin bought the Edson stock at 2:48 p.m. on the 16th, and that's the same time of day that you and Marin would often take your smoke breaks, isn't that right? You're no longer a lawyer. You might want to read the evidence put in front of you.
That
Nobody's gonna read all
deposition
that.
wasn't real?
We're close.
There's so
That's a
many
speech
damn
Marion
papers.
wrote on the importance of female bonding in the workplace.
She didn't even take a. They didn't even take a peek at it.
Let with you. Enjoy your stay at Club Fad.
Dude, they got embarrassed, man. But who wins the trophy? I feel like Connor made a break on it again.
On the exam? What?
Movie time.
Griffin was on top of
Oh
her
shit! I keep forgetting that we're doing stuff with Rebecca.
for help, screaming, scratching at him. He had his hands around her neck.
Your Honor.
I'm not. The video completely undermines the reliability of the document.
Objection relevant.
I agree with Ms. Keating. The video shows coercion. In light of this, I'm reducing bail to $100,000.
Yeah.
I'm also initiating an inquiry into the interrogation.
I'll tell you what, man. That little impact that she had on Wes is saving her ass.
Just hooked up with one of the lawyer's interns to make sure. What can I say? I'm fully committed to the cause. And he did this thing to my ass that made my eyes water.
Thank you. Oliver, do what you gotta do, man.
It was just sex, but you're more than sex. Don't make this a bigger deal than it is. Get out. Oliver, I said leave.
Honestly, you got let off lightly, Connor. If I was Oliver, we'd have been throwing hands.
What's this?
Yeah, Rebecca. Come on, let's get it.
Tell me what's on the phone, Rebecca.
Oh, I mean, you got more wipes. Use another wipe. Oh my god. Oh fuck. You got some splaining to do, Sam. You got some splaining to do. Alrighty, man. Season 1, episode number 4. Let's get to scooping. And scooping we got to. Wow. This show, man. This show is like, it's like they throw in a case. I've noticed. They always throw in this like case that keeps us occupied. And then we're dealing with the bigger case at hand as well. So at moments, I always forget that we're still defending and trying to help Rebecca out. But some way, somehow, they juggle it all just perfectly. Like I have zero complaints with the way we bounce from current time to flashbacks to moments that don't pertain to the big case at hand, and it's all highly satisfying. It's everything about it is so satisfying to me. There's moments that make me cringe. There's moments that make me sit here and wonder who, what, why, what's going on. And that's all you can ask in a show like this. Like, are they doing the things that are going to keep you drawn into what's going on? And they're doing exactly that. Every single episode ended with a new theory in mind for me. Every single episode made me wonder a little bit more about the stuff that's taking place. And so I honestly believe right now where we are that none of the 4 that are trying to cover up the body really killed Sam. But then I start to question who killed Sam, because I don't think it's Keating either. But did Keating have someone do it for, her? what's the case? Did they walk in on it and then they just felt the need to cover it up? You know what I mean? Like the way they're acting makes it seem as though they truly are involved and one of them did do it. But I think that maybe they're all involved because of, maybe Keating tried to tell them to cover it up. Help me out, guys. I need help. Cover up this murder. And now they all just feel overwhelmed with it. I'm not entirely sure, but I know something's up. And that's the kind of stuff that really makes me enjoy a show like this. The case that happened where it was Marin and she was basically being accused of what was it, selling a stock or buying into a stock with pharmaceuticals. We find out that it was, people that work for her that were basically trying to set her up. They wanted her out so that they can take over. And so Pax pretty much played himself. Once he got slightly involved, it was pretty obvious that he was a bigger, fish in this whole thing that was playing out. For her to have sat there and said that she viewed him as a son, that's some baloney, man. Like that's some really shitty stuff. Because let's say you're a CEO or a big guy in a company and you view somebody that you work with or somebody that works for you as, this really close family figure to you. You wouldn't have them be an assistant, would you? I mean, sure, in the sense of I'd keep you to be my assistant if we had like a really tight bond and I'm paying you handsomely, which it sounds as though that's what was taking place. But 8 years and you never move that person up within your company. After a while, people get tired. After a while, people are not going to want to sit around and do the same job title year after year after year. You know what I mean? It didn't even sound like he was as passionate about it as she was. And so he ended up helping out two other people. I forget the names, but he helped out the two others in basically pulling off the scheme. We figured it out. It required Connor again to basically sleep around for an answer. And it should, I'm not sure if it did, but it should definitely have Oliver not really wanting to be around Connor, which would definitely, Connor without Oliver, in my opinion, definitely hurts Connor because Oliver is such a big help with him. There's been numerous times that he's kind of come through and really given him, evidence or, something that not the normal person can come up with. And now not having Oliver on his side, you can kind of argue that Connor is pretty low. You know what I mean? Like I've been trying to like rank the students and how I think Keating views them. And, Michaela, although she comes off very strong, which she is, she's a strong, character. She's definitely someone who you can't take lightly. She doesn't feel as though she's done enough. She's always got that feeling. And so, another episode that she's really not had her hands on that, she's starting to kind of like go down for me. So like surprisingly, Asher would be high on my list. For some reason, Wes has always been somebody that Annalise has kind of thought highly of. Laurel is one of those characters to me that she's still so conflicted with like the Frank stuff, and she invited Khan to come over and how Frank got, a little agitated when it came to that. I always thought Connor was top guy. And the reason I say I thought he was top guy was because he was very similar to Keating in the sense of how he operated. I will do whatever it takes to get what needs to, the stuff that I need to get, the clues that I need to find. I will do whatever it takes. And basically, him without Oliver, that puts him a step behind. Like that puts him in a really, rough spot because Oliver was such a big help. And so we ended off the episode where Wes basically, convinces Rebecca, that she can trust him. and we find out that on Lila, right? That's the name of the girl that died. On Lila's phone, there was a picture of Sam naked. So it's definitely something that now puts Sam in the picture. The stuff that was going on with Nate kind of raises questions for me as well, where we see that Bonnie notices that Nate is in Sam's car. She then, uses that information to then force them to give up the unedited version of the confession that Rebecca had. And so everyone kind of sort of plays dirty to get what they need. And so it just seems to me like, man, there's so much sketchy shit going on behind people's backs that you really have to watch who you think you can trust. You know what I mean? Annalise is a suspect to me in that in the death of Sam. Bonnie, suspect. Frank, suspect. Students, suspects. Hell, Nate, suspect. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's a suspect. So it's almost like 4 episodes in, I thought I knew, but I still don't know. And that's this show doing a really good job. It's making you second guess. It's making you think that you know, and then you second guess that you know, and then you throw out theories, and then you're like, well, could it be this? Could it be that? I personally feel like, at least after watching this episode and the other 3 episodes, I don't think the kids were involved. I think the only involvement they have are covering up the murder. I don't know if this is something that maybe Keating asked for help. Maybe there's a later episode that she's pleading for help, that someone needs to help her fix it, or whatever the case may be. I'm definitely like on edge because I can't figure out who did what, and it's driving me nuts. But I love it. I love it. The show's been awesome. It's been a really great experience so far, and I hope it continues. Short seasons are always something that I look forward to because it allows you to really dive in. There's no filler episodes, and you can really invest on what's going on. And that's that. So that's the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon if you wanted to check out all that content. If not, like I always say, wait for them to air on YouTube. But with that being said, catch you guys later. Peace.